category name, item description, unit of measure. So there are the columns, okay. Unit of measure and amount. B unit. B unit. So here are the columns we need to display in the report. So in this requirement, we are going to pass the parameter supplier name and supplier side. Supplier name and supplier side. First of all, why we have to develop this report? Why we have to develop this report? So you all know, right? Supplier, customer, and employee.
Yes, Vamsi.
So these three terminologies, do you know, or you want to explain? These three terminologies: supplier, customer, employee.
No, Vamsi.
You're clear now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So just I will give the brief, guys. Supplier means to whom we are purchasing the items or products. Okay, now to whom we are purchasing the items or products. Customer means the items.
Buy the product.
Yeah. Okay. Anything. The items who purchase from the suppliers. Correct, no? The items who purchase from the suppliers. Correct, right?
Yeah.
So supplier and customer, in between one more person is their employee, right? Employee or person or worker. In the company, when you are doing the transaction with the supplier, when you are doing the transaction with the customer, so they some of the person in the company has to prepare the invoices, receipt, something, right? For example, you take the Dell computers. Dell computers will not do anything, right? In the Dell computers, so in the Dell computer, there is an employee will do, right? All these things, the transaction of the supplier, the transaction of the customer. So the company will not do anything, right? Company having employee will do all these transactions, right? All this transaction information, right? Correct or not? Employee, what is the employee role in this one? Preparer name. So, for example, when I want to purchase, okay, I want to purchase. Okay, so you consider the example of Wipro. Wipro wants to purchase 100 laptops. Wipro wants to purchase 100 laptops from the Dell computers. So what Wipro will do? So directly Wipro means Wipro will not talk to Dell, right? So Wipro having the employees, right? So that employee will contact to Dell computers representative or someone from the Dell computers. Then supplier contract person, I can say supplier contract person in the Wipro employee. So Wipro employee will contact to Dell computers and ask for the requisition. So what do you mean by requisition? I will tell you. So what do you mean by requisition, guys? For example, when you want to purchase any computer, any laptop from the Dell showroom or Lenovo, Lenovo, Sony, Samsung, LG, we have many computer shops are there, right? So you go to Dell showroom, you will ask the quotation, right? You will ask the quotation or not?
Yeah.
So you will ask the quotation from the Dell. You will ask the quotation from the you will ask the quotation from the Dell and Sony, Samsung, LG, like that, right? So that means you are taking the request for quotation information from the supplier. Request for the quotation. Quotation means what? Quotation means what? For
Price
example,
details and total amount.
yeah, price details, item details, what are the total based on the request for quotation from the suppliers. Then you are going to choose the then you are going to purchase, right? Then you are going to purchase the item. Correct or not? No. First,
Yes.
First, what Wipro will do? Wipro will take the quotations from the Dell. Wipro will take the quotations from the Lenovo. Wipro will take the quotations from the Sony. Wipro will take the quotations from the LG. Then after that, they will go for the purchasing. So first requisition will be there, then it will go for the purchase. So sometimes without requisition, they will go for the purchase the items also. If you have a building the rapport with the supplier, so directly they are going to purchase the item. That is a different case. But most of the time, the process flow from the company to supplier, first requisition, then purchase, then invoice, then payments, then receipt, like that, then shipment, then. So once the shipment happened, means once you receive the item from the supplier, okay, I think I can say receipt, receive the items, from the suppliers. Then I think once invoice happen, then payments will be happen, then receipt will be generated, amount will be debited from the books. So this is what will happen from the company. For example, if you want to purchase not only laptop, guys, just anything from the company perspective, you want to purchase any item from the furniture, computers, anything, the process flow like this. So this is called P2P flow. So someone will ask you what is the purpose of P2P flow? Procure to pay life cycle. Procure to pay cycle. Okay. So in the procure to pay cycle, one of the report I am developing now. So what is the one of the report? So supplier wise, for example, supplier wise. So end user will pass the supplier name as Dell. Supplier site is Hyderabad. Maybe anything, maybe US, anything. So based on the supplier name, one supplier have one requisition or multiple requisitions, guys? Tell me.
Many requests, multiple requests.
Multiple requisitions.
Multiple requirements.
Multiple, definitely right. For example, today I will purchase 100 laptops. Tomorrow I will purchase 200 laptops, right? It may be different, right? So one supplier have multiple requisitions, right? Correct or not?
Yes.
100% correct, right? Why? Because so Dell have a different requisitions. Lenovo have a different requisitions are there. So end user will select the Dell. Then based on that, the requisition, this data will come. So then when I will change the supplier name, and once I change the supplier name, supplier site also will come automatically. So then based on that, requisitions will come. So you will ask the question here, why we have to develop this report? So what the requirement is, how many requisitions are there for that supplier, and that information should go to the respective requisition super user. Respective requisition super user. Okay. So that information every day, how many requisitions are there for that supplier? So that information will send to the respective requisition super user email ID. So based on the email, they will go for the purchase order. Based on the email, they will receive, right? So requisition super users will be receive the supplier wise how many requisitions are there. That information they will see, they will review that email and they will go for the purchase order. See, when it comes to big companies, so not only for purchasing the laptops, right? So there are many things are there, right? To purchase the furniture, to purchase electrical things, to purchase the coffee items, food items, something will be there. So whatever they do purchasing the items, before that they will do requisitions. So after that they will go for the purchasing the items. So what client is asking, so every day how many requisitions are created, that information we need to send to the requisition super user email ID. Then once they see that information, then they will go for the purchase order from the suppliers. Understand the requirement or any confusion, guys? So I'm telling you, see, every whatever the report you are developing, you should understand the requirement first. If you are not understanding the requirement, then it is difficult to explain to the interviewer. Simply they give the column names. If you tell the column names, definitely they will ask why you are developing this report. What is the business requirement? What is the business use case? Definitely they will ask, right? So we need to give the justification for the requirement. So then they will understand. Once again, I am asking, requirement wise you are clear or not?
Yes, sir.
Sir, requisition super user or supervisor, sir?
Super user, in the company environment, we can say super user. Anything, see, that is none of our business, right? So whatever they say, supervisor or super user.
Oh, okay. Designation is 7, right?
Anything, super user or
Okay.
super. Normally, we call as super user.
Okay.
So they will receive the email. So once they receive the email, okay, this many requisitions today created. So whether, see, all the requisitions, no need to convert into purchase, right? For example, you are purchasing the item from the Amazon. First you see the item price, everything, right? Then only you can go for the purchase, right? Correct or not? Amazon or Flipkart, when you are purchasing the items. So first you see the item price, quantity, quality. Then you will inquire. Then you will purchase, right? Correct or not?
Yes.
Same way here also. So when the company wants to purchase any item from the supplier, definitely they will review, right? What is the category, quantity, what is the price? So everything they will consider. Then they will go for the purchase order, right?
It's like quotation, no, sir?
Yeah, quotation. So
Mm.
you may ask question here. Sorry, those information you can see front end also, right? For requisition, if it is coming in the table level, in the front end also they will see, right?
Yes.
So in the front end, why the front end they will not use? Maybe the requisition screen may be not accessible for the some of the users. Maybe there you will see only one requisition search, then requisition items will come. So means bunch of data you cannot see in single time, right? So you have to go for acquisition number search, then item, then go to the supplier search, then see their quotation information. So it is a tough process, right, in the front end screen. So that is the reason they want to this information should be at the report. Start the development or not? So in this requirement, so first we need to prepare the query, guys. So acquisition data will be stored in different preparer. Preparer means what? Who is the employee in the company?
Who is generating
Employee.
the report like that?
Who is creating the requisitions? Who is preparing this requisition information? That is called preparer name, employee name, supplier size, different table, item categories, which item they are purchasing, item description, quantity, amount, BU name, which business unit this item required. So that information we need to bring in the report. Understand or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So now we will start the query development. First, we need to see the requisition number. So requisitions are will be stored into OER. Go to OER. Search here. Tables and use for procurement. Tables and use for procurement. So here, if you look at this one, self-service procurement. POR. So the naming convention is same. POR requisition. That's all. So POR one requisition have a one item or multiple items?
Multiple.
Multiple items.
Definitely, right. For
Items,
example,
multiple
when you create the requisition, definitely
Multiple
items will be
items.
multiple, right? So it may be three items, 4 items, 5 items will be there, right? For example, when you purchase the items from the Amazon, so you are going to add the cart, right? So adding the +1, +2, something will be there, right there. So that is called items. So that means, so requisition header have only one record, that related items will be there in the line level. So definitely these two should have a common column, right? Correct or not? For example, when one user have multiple roles, right? So we have brought the user and roles information for joining up the two tables or not.
Yes, sir.
So now what you will do, go to PO requisition header solve. So take the requisition number first. So what is the table name? PO requisition, POR requisition header solve. So you have to do like this one by one.
So whenever we are reporting generating reports, we have to know the table names first.
Definitely, na. The table names identification is a big,
Yeah,
like big tough for the
big task.
big task. Big task. I think. So what is the column name requisition number? PRHA. Requisition number. Okay. So what is the preparer name? Preparer name will store into preparer is the employee, right? Employee will be there in the HCM module. Employee there in the HCM module. So now you go to the another OER. Here you search tables and then use for HCM. Tables and use for HCM. So you need to go to the global human resource. You don't worry, guys. Table names you don't need to search here. You don't need to search here. You search. Last class I have shown, right? Search the table name, supplier table name, employee table name. You search in the Google, it directly will come. But usually, the process should be we need to find out from here. person names. So there is a table called per person names. Whenever you search here,
In table itself is there, sir. Per person. Yes.
per person. Per person names. Per person names and square you can take. Per person names and square. So in the per person names and square, we have a first name, last name, middle name, something within a display name. You can take the display name. Per person names and square. Copy it, right? ppnf dot display underscore name. So this is the preparer name. Preparer name. Preparer name. So till here, any questions, guys? Giants we will do tomorrow. At least we will find out the column names today. Giants we will do tomorrow class. So at least we will see main column names. Per person names done. Next column is what I will put is in the supplier name. Supplier name. Supplier will not find here. Suppliers we have to find here on supplier model. We just suppliers. Yes, we dot. Yes, we dot. Name. Yes, we dot vendor name. Understand? I'm not. Okay. Same way, supplier site also we need to find. Supplier site and supplier site also will be there. Your supplier sites. So here you can take the vendor site code. If you have any confusion, you can ask me, guys. Yes, 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 we dot. Supplier site. Then next is the item type. Item type.
Category name.
No, item category or item type both are same. Item category or item type. So item category means, for example, item means I can say softwares peripherals, something will be there, no? That is called item category. So that item categories information will be stored into item category information will be stored into, there is a table name called, you can search in the Google also. Item category stored into this table. EGP category. So here if you see this, so EGP categories. See EGP categories. Then the EGP category is EGP categories. So in the EGP categories table, okay, go to the EGP categories VL table. We have a category name will be there here. So there is a EGP categories underscore B there, but you will not see the category name. But here you will see the category name. Category code you can take, but this category code will not be there in the underscore B table. So that is the reason I am taking it. Understand, right? BC dot. So you take any name base, category name or category code. So that client will give the column name. So accordingly you can take category code or category name. I'm taking category code. So EGP category is also done. EGP category is also done. Otherwise, okay. They have given category name, right? So take the category name also. Category name done. Next, next is item description. So item description is straightforward, right? Items will be there where I told you, right? Lines, right? Items will be there where? Your acquisition lines table, right? Your acquisition lines table contains the item information. So here if we look at this one, item, this one, item description. PRL A, PRL dot item description. PRL item description. So there is one more table called unit of measure. What is mean by unit of measure? What is mean by unit of measure? Anyone know?
Quantity.
Like quantity, liters.
Yeah, unit of measure means
We will measure the
measure,
material.
right? Liter, milligram, something will be there,
Number
right?
of items.
No, not number of items. See, for example, if you want to purchase milk, you can measure as the liters, right? For example, if you want to purchase,
Yes.
that is by
Quantity.
yeah, whatever, yeah, you understand, right? Okay. So there is a separate table. There is a separate table called. There is a separate table called INV unit of INV unit of. ఎట్లా కూడా సెర్చ్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. INV unit of measures. See. INV unit of measures table. So INV unit of measures table, we have a UOM code there. So in the client requirement, they mention the UOM. Okay, unit of measure, right? I think maybe in the views table it will be there. INV unit of measures underscore VL contains the unit of measures here. Sometimes, guys, in the normal table you will not find. In the view table you will find. But ultimately the column name should match. INV unit of measure. INV unit of measures underscore VL. Dot. Dot. Is a column name. And one more thing is, so one more column name. What is that? Another column name, amount, right? So amount. So amount item, the item amount will be there in the pivot requisition line cell table. We have a price is there. And unit price is there. Unit price is there and quantity is there. Unit price is there and quantity is there. So now what is the logic we need, right? PRLA dot unit price into quantity. Quantity equal to amount. But here one thing you have to understand, guys. For example, sometimes when you are creating requisitions or invoice, if you purchase only one item, they will not mention the quantity, right? For example, if you purchase 2 items, they will mention 2 or 3, something, right? If you are not mentioning, if you are purchasing only one item, then quantity they will not mention, right? Correct or not? So okay, tell me, guys, quantity when it will be there? If you purchase something, then quantity will come into picture or not?
It should
No.
be at
Yes.
least one.
At least one will be there, right? At least one will be there. That means if the quantity is null, I want to make this as a 1. You know NVL, right?
Yes.
If the quantity not there in the table, so what you will do? You write the logic like this. NVL of not quantity. If the quantity is null, what we need to do? So unit price, the quantity have a value, okay. So this for example, one laptop I am purchasing. So the laptop quantity is one. Maybe they have not mentioned quantity column, quantity in the front end. So then if it is null, this will take. If the quantity have a 2 or 3, then it will take. So unit price, for example, 10 rupees, 10 into 3, that will come here. Understand or not?
Sir.
Okay. So next is there is an important table, guys. So this is the very common table for across the HCM and FSCM module. So that is called business unit name. Business unit name. Sorry. Can you hear me, guys? So
Yes.
there is one important table for across all the modules, business unit. So for example, when you are working, when you are in the company perspective, so there are multiple business units will be there, right? Business, what is mean by business unit? So where the company running, for example, if you take the South India shopping mall, so in Hyderabad, how many places South India shopping mall will be there? So one business unit called and one location, I can say. So that all the business units will be stored into standard Oracle tables, one all underscore business units. You want, you can search also in the business units. All business units. So in the business unit name, you take the BU name. FA BUV dot BU underscore. So all the columns we got, right, as per the requirement. So we got the table names also. Now what we need to do, we need to pass the parameters and we need to write the joins. So for example, the requisition headers and requisition lines, supplier and supplier sites, persons and requisitions, categories and requisition join, unit of measure for all business units. So all the tables, whatever we mentioned, definitely join will be there. Common columns will be there between the two tables. So tomorrow what we will do, we will take one requisition example and then we will do one by one. Testing also we will do. So how to test for that requisition related, how many lines are there? For that supply related, how many sites are there? So that and all we'll do one by one. So guys, when you are doing the generate, make sure that you have to understand data from this table, data from the child table, both are matching or not. So I think I have shown last example for users and roles, user ID from the per underscore users table, and that user ID matching in the per underscore user underscore roles table, and the role ID from the per underscore user underscore roles per roles DNVL table matched or not. So like that kind of things we need to check in the backend table. So that kind of joins we need to build. If I start also it will not complete. So tomorrow we'll start that joining from the joins. Understand, right? We'll continue on tomorrow.